the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Welcome to A La Carte, your premier cooking show. I'm your host, Chef Jones. We're, of course, showcasing our best chefs and caterers here in Houston. Can't talk this morning, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm Chef Jones with Good Meal Deals. You can find me on any social media on Instagram, goodmeal_deals, or on Facebook, Good Meal Deals. Today, of course, I have my great Houston foodie always here hanging with me in the studio. And he's always here to hold it down with me. So how you doing?
Food. What's up, Rob? And what's up, world? Welcome back to another great episode of A La Carte. I'm just a guest today. Just a guest. But my name is Garry Lee, also known as G. Hawkins. Of course, I love food, so I'm labeled as a Houston foodie. If you need to reach out to me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G. Hawkins. That's G. Hawkins with the Z. And Rob, thank you so much for allowing me to sit in. Obviously, there was supposed to be someone else, and I'm gonna say how the sausage is made. We want to get someone on the show to showcase their food, to showcase their business, to take them to the next level, because that's why we built this network. Yeah. But unfortunately, they could not, did not, chose not to make it or call or whatever.
No call,
but
no
it is what it is. And we will keep the party rolling. That's right. Because we want to talk about good food. We want to talk about things that are going on in Houston, and we want to elevate the conversation. Oh, so that's what we do on A La Carte.
We don't stop.
We don't stop.
The ball rolling.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop eating either. Shoot, let me just be honest. So we've got a great article for the folks.
Yes, we do. A great article. You guys should definitely get your ears ready, because you don't want to miss this.
Get ready.
This is something you can definitely check out for this month and the upcoming month. Just a couple days into the next month.
Indeed.
But of course, we're going to be talking to you guys about Houston's restaurant food week.
Yep, Houston Restaurant Week. So here it is. It's here. I know there's a lot of people right now that have already partaken in the festivities, have gotten their meals on. Yeah. But let's do a deep dive. And for those that are watching us right now, we're going to actually have it up. And as you can see, we're smack dab in the middle of Houston Restaurant Week right now. This goes from the beginning of August all the way to the beginning of September. It used to be 1 week. They extended it now to 4 weeks.
Yeah, so many restaurants. So it's so hard to go and try to check out so many in just a week. So I think this is great. They offering brunches, lunches, dinners. Sad there's no breakfast, but
brunch though, you still get a little something. But for those that are audio only, the brunch is $22, your lunch is a $20 plate, and your dinner, you've got two options: a $35 plate or a $45 plate. Now note, all the restaurants that are rolling on the screen, they have the little indicators next to them. Some of them offer just lunch, some of them just dinner, some of them just brunch, some of them all three. So make sure you check out the Houston Restaurant Week website so that you can familiarize yourself, one, with the restaurants available, and two, make the decision. Now, this is how this works, right? So what you want to do is you don't necessarily have to make a reservation, but you could call in and say, hey, I want to partake in Houston Restaurant Week. And you can make sure that on your reservation, you can state that I want to have the lunch portion of the Restaurant Week menu, or I want the dinner options for that. That way the kitchen knows. They're prepared and they're ready for your reservation. You can use Open Table and make a notation for HRW, Houston Restaurant Week. That way, when you make that virtual reservation or that online reservation, they are aware. Or you can just pop in.
Just pop in.
You can just
and I think this is really, really great because these are great prices.
They are.
But a lot of these restaurants are top of the notch.
They
so
are.
if you're able to get in there and get a nice dinner for $35 to $45, that's damn good.
Yeah, where that dinner may have cost you $80, $90, depending on the restaurant. So it opens up options.
Because some places you pay $65 for a steak, and then you got to still pay for your sides and still pay for your drink.
Real talk.
And then still pay for your dessert. So you're looking at close to $200.
Yep.
I went out and just got a steak and some wine, and I spent $105 for just a steak.
I mean, it happens. It happens.
So you guys need to really take advantage of this. If you're a big foodie or you trying to get into becoming a foodie and just experiencing new things, because I love to go out and eat, and this is the best time to do it. So
yeah, I agree. And here's the thing: strategic give back. Yeah. So much more than just a meal. It's so much more than just, putting something in front of you for you to partake. Houston Restaurant Weeks gives support to the nation's largest food bank. That's the Houston Food Bank. And every time you make a purchase, that puts meals in someone else's homes, meals in someone else's stomach that did not have that meal. So there's a strategic give back in place, and you're doing something for someone else. And you should always want to make those considerations when you're patronizing someone's business. What's the give back strategy? Is it strictly capitalism? Is there some options where they're doing something in the community or for someone else? This is a great time to give back. It's a win-win-win for everyone.
It is.
Everyone wins.
Good deeds all around. So
yeah, hey. I'm loving it. And shout out to those that are tuned in Facebook Live. We see you, John. Thank you for tuning in. Real, thank you for chiming in. Make sure y'all hit the share button and get this word out that we're talking about today.
Share it.
But I'm excited. I'm going to make sure to make some stops at a couple of restaurants.
I have a couple of friends. They've been talking about it, and I've been hearing about Houston Restaurant Week. I wasn't going to talk about it with this show, but it's something that caught my eye because a lot of people was excited about it. I partook in one in Charlotte in North Carolina, but like you said, it's typically a week.
Yeah.
But with Houston is so big, it's only right. Come on, you gotta have it as big as Texas.
There's
Texas
over 100 restaurants on the list.
Yes.
So
a lot of different cuisines too. So
you've got to. And I've been to a couple of places. I've been to Max's Wine Down, I believe, is on the list. I've been to True Lux, that's on the list. I think Grotto is on the list. I've been to Grotto Houston.
They had Exochis on there too. A whole bunch of different ones. It's a couple on there that I've never heard of before, but I'm pretty sure it's good if it's on this list.
I've been to Hearsay Gastro Lounge. I've been to Hungary's. I've been to a lot of places that are on this list, and not just for a restaurant week. I've been there for just good food.
Just because
I was told that there was good food there. I'm a Houston foodie. That's what my lower third says.
That's how you do it. Hey.
Yeah,
you gotta get out there and experience food. Like I love just going to. I go to restaurants. I don't like to go and get things I would have or that I can make myself. I want something I don't typically have or on a regular basis. I wouldn't go to a restaurant and order chicken tenders, and I know I can go get me some chicken tenders.
Exactly, that doesn't make any sense. But to be able to sit there and get some gnocchi, even though we had a weekly meal for gnocchi, if you want to see how it's prepared properly,
we have that video for you guys right on the website, so you can go on www.thesphere.tv/a-la-carte, and we got those videos and episodes for you guys there.
They're there. Hey, Ajetta, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that share button, love. Make sure you share this message. Let people know that we're streaming live right now for a la carte.
Oh yes, of course. Also, we like to talk to you guys about safety tips and all that good stuff. We like to keep you in the loop. But as far as, I don't want to take us too far away from our Houston Food Week, because you have to make sure you're not only eating good, but you have to make sure that your funds are in check.
That's true.
And that is going to make or break whether you're going out to eat lunch or dinners or whatever the case may be during your restaurant week and how much you indulge in those restaurants. But that just brings me to this portion of the show, which is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debit from month to month, and 39% 50% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewife of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask how you can participate in their complimentary financial literacy workshops near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
Indeed.
So if you guys are trying to enjoy this restaurant week, they're going to get your finances right so you can make sure you can eat out all week long if that's what you choose to do.
Yeah, your coins got to be right. And it makes sense. They put together a plan for me through retirement. And so I appreciate that. And
yeah, they say
they're right.
Those
ladies are awesome.
People don't pay their bills on time, but they go out and eat good. You can't do it like that. You got to handle them bills.
You got to get it right.
Get it right.
You got to
get it
right,
y'all.
Especially as these sports seasons come up, right? And people are buying tickets. People are spending money on
those tickets
apparel.
ain't cheap.
They not. Not
unless you got to hook up with your job or something. But
exactly. But I know that moving forward, there's a lot of great things that for those people who are preparing meals out there, you're working on things and you're trying to get right for the NFL season. You're trying to get right for the sports season in general because it's here. Like there's going to be a point to where
is now, right?
Yeah, and there's a point where we're going to have all three going at one time. That's football, that's baseball, that's basketball, and that's always a prime time because there's so much sports going on, and people are preparing foods during that time frame. Am I right, Robin?
That's right. It gets really, really busy. And a lot of people request you hit a lot of parties for cocktail style parties or the finger food, just general, like a lot of finger food, party style foods that are going to be needed during this time. And so, man, we want to make sure, of course, we give you guys food safety on here. We want to make sure you all know how to prep yourself for this food that you're going to be making. So
yes, indeed. Well, let's talk about it for a bit.
Let's talk about it. So we have a PDF up that we're going to pull up on the screen to show you guys the proper preparation to getting this food up and ready for your guests or family or friends or whoever the case may be. The first step, of course, would be to prep. You have to prep the foods.
You got to prep the food.
Prep your meats, your veggies, and that takes us all the way back to getting to the grocery store, just making sure, like we talked about last week, picking out the right produce, examining your meats. And we talk about this all the time, Gary, on the show, giving them these safety hacks and everything of the meat. So you want to keep your meats, your poultry, your seafood, eggs, just like they say in your grocery bag, it starts from the refrigerator.
Yeah, for those that are watching us now, we've got this up on the screen so you can definitely read along.
Yeah, it starts. I was going to say it starts from the refrigerator. It starts from the grocery store.
It does. It really does. We've talked about that on the show before.
I know.
I subscribe. I tune in. We talked about that.
That's why you got to subscribe. He letting y'all know how good it is.
These are gems right here.
You learn.
Indeed. So next up, if we scroll down a little bit, is we're cooking, right? We prepared, now we're cooking, and they make mention of using a food thermometer to make sure that your meat is fully cooked. I can't tell you how horrible it is when you go to someone's home. They've got chicken out, they've got any type of food that they're serving for the big game, and fries, anything
sitting out,
or more so that it's not cooked thoroughly. It's not cooked all the way through.
Uncooked.
Yeah, and that's bad.
That's creating bacteria, of course. I do want to take one quick step back, though, with preparing. Before we even get to the cooking, we have to always make sure that we sanitize and wash our hands. Like, that is something you can go on and on and on. I know people might get tired of it, but washing your hands, because this is the time now where it colds. I know Texas don't get hot, but people still get colds and the flu. And
you mean Texas doesn't get cold, but we surely get hot.
We get hot, so you might got that hot cold.
Yeah. It ain't nothing worse than being sick when it's hot outside because you're miserable.
Well, maybe you get the sinus. I'm just getting over my sinus cold because a sinus cold, not the cold from the cold weather, because it's 99 degrees out there right now.
For real.
But I had to take a step back just to let you guys know, because kids are going back. A lot of things are gonna start happening.
Sanitization.
Sanitization. He said it, y'all. But back to cooking our foods. Of course, we want to make sure it's up to the proper temperature. So with chickens, you want to make sure there's no like shortcuts with chicken. 165. 165. There is never a shortcut with chicken.
Yes, degrees Fahrenheit. Like please understand.
You're shortcutting yourself if you play with chicken. Yeah. It has to be done, and especially during these party times after you cook foods, you want to make sure you're holding them at a safe temperature. A lot of people have parties and have everything sitting out for hours and hours, like you were saying, but it's out of the safety temperature zone. Yeah, it'll be in the temperature danger zone, which they call TDZ. So
yeah, you got to be careful. And Ajetta, yes, she says please sanitize your hands and area. So that is so true, so true. Now, and looking at the cook, they're talking about, you talked about that temperature danger zone, the TDZ.
That's right.
How often do you see food cooked outside of that or in between that? Like, what is that normal? People just aren't aware because they're not using the thermometers, or what is that?
Well, that comes from a lot of people not being aware. A lot of people, if you go in a lot of households, they don't own thermometers. They feel like that's only for professionals.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, you a chef, you gotta have a thermometer because you a chef. No, you can be a regular individual. You need a thermometer.
You just want to be safe with your food.
Yes. Okay. You need a thermometer just as well as the chefs do. Chefs have it because they know they need it because that's their profession.
Sure.
But it's also a great idea for any home cooks, or if anybody that cooks, just to have a thermometer there to make sure that your foods, and just to educate yourself just on the basics of food temperature control, because it's something that's so serious.
I agree.
So serious, especially with foods left out. Anything like that's supposed to be 40 degrees below, anything that's supposed to be cold is supposed to be cold. You're not supposed to come to a party and get you some dip and it's warm. That's a problem.
Warm dip is not good dip. And we're gonna talk about dip later, but that is that's a plug right there. That's a gem. Warm dip is not good dip. So for Facebook Livers, if y'all watching that, write that down, jot that down. Warm dip is not good dip. Okay. So it is what it is.
Warm dip is not good dip. Yeah. I promise you it's not, and that's a problem. You should know it's a problem because dips are usually dairy based. Dairy based in general. You don't want a hot or warm dip. Now with something that's supposed to be hot and you get it and it's like lukewarm or cold, that's an issue too. If it's been sitting out and just it's creating bacteria. Anything anything hot that you want to cool down should at least reach the 70 degrees, but anything that's cold that needs to heat up, it has to go to 165 right off the back. It doesn't matter what it is, soups, fish, whatever it is, reheating. That's just the standard with reheating foods, 165 period.
There it is. And let me clarify something really quickly. When I said warm dip is not good dip, we're not talking about dips that are supposed to be warm. You know, like you get a spinach artichoke dip or something like that. that was baked, like it's supposed to be warm. We're talking about dips that are meant to be cool that somehow get left out and
that
become
you have
warm.
to refrigerate.
Yeah.
And pull out.
Yeah, if you got to refrigerate it, it should probably stay cold. You should probably sit it on a bed of ice or something. Yeah, I'm just saying.
We're gonna talk about these dips later.
Yeah, indeed.
Because this is something that's so serious. And then of course we have one more step with the food safety in the kitchen. So after we've already prepped and we're cooking, and then we just talk about temperature. That's pretty much it. Storing, making sure that we're storing our leftovers. And we've discussed this before on the show as well, how to properly store leftovers, how long you should keep leftovers. You know, it's just
after 3 to 4 days, you want to either consume it or freeze it, or you might die. One of the two. Make a choice. Consume it or freeze it or die.
I think I'm going to just consume
no death to leftovers.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about death from food.
Death from leftovers.
I'm just gonna consume it and just leave it at that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I think we don't want to get too much to Facebook. Let's not get too much to Facebook. Facebook, we love y'all. We adore y'all.
But we cannot give you guys all the tea, so we have to, log off. But you guys can continue to watch this show. It's not gonna stop because we stop in Facebook. You gotta subscribe. You need to share and like and do all those great things. And you can subscribe on any of our major platforms. We have iTunes for the iPhone users. We got Google Play for them Android users, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all those great platforms. So there is no excuse for you not to get this tea this morning. We trying to fill y'all spirits this morning with some good food talk. Indeed. So
And of course, last but not least, make sure you donate. If you love what we're doing, if you're about that life, you want to put coins back, you want to sow into what we're doing here at the Sphere, hop over to the donation site. Am I right, Rob?
That's right. We want to keep giving you guys that great content each and every week, and we need you guys. Like, you guys are great. Like, with just keeping us rolling, with giving us topics from recipes you want us to do every single week. So we do appreciate you guys very much. And like Gary said, if you want to make a single donation or donate on the Patreon, it doesn't matter. It can be $1, whatever you feel. Hey, we appreciate you guys, and we thank you for tuning in this morning. So.
There it is, Facebook. We'll see y'all later. Episode will be up later tonight. Woo-hoo. So, and before we dive too deep into the meal, before we really give it to y'all, we've got to make sure that you stay healthy with the food that you're consuming, which brings us to this particular portion of our show that's sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. So at Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, a friendly atmosphere, we strive to have our patients feel like they're part of our family. We know that dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness. Give a call over to 713-789-8680. And if you say the Sphere, you'll receive 10% off.
What? The Sphere?
Hey,
I tell them every week, man.
That's coins back in your pocket. 10% off dental?
Yes.
You might need to have a crown. You might need to get some veneers. Can you imagine 10% off of veneers? That's hundreds of dollars back in your pocket. Y'all might want to mention the Sphere. I'm just saying. You just might want to do it.
10%. You can't go wrong with that. 10%.
So I'm hungry. And I know you got something special for us this week.
We do.
Talk about it. What's up?
And this is something that's so quick and easy, and it's just fresh, and it's a cool dip.
Okay, a cool dip. Like that. We're gonna keep it cool.
We got a cool dip. Now instead of the Cool Whip, we're gonna call it cool dip. That's how we're gonna do it. And that is the ultimate 7-layer dip.
Nice.
Now this is something that is special and a fan favorite when it comes to like the football. Any kind of typically around football time, but any sport, this is really
soccer, baseball. Everybody love a good wrestling. Everybody love a good 7-layer dip.
Cool dip.
I know I do. I'm greedy. Hey. Yes, indeed. So I'm excited, and obviously, to me, when I think 7-layer dip, I think it's complex. It's a lot going on, but I know y'all are gonna show us a way to make this very simply. Am I right?
Very simple. Okay. When I first heard of 7-layer dips, I was like, "What is a 7-layer dip?" Thinking, but once I actually experienced it for myself, and then we actually brought it to a la carte, and we had to make it to where it's easy for everyone. You don't have to be a prime time chef to do this. I mean, you can be a home cook. Anyone can do this recipe. And so we always bring you guys the good, better, and the best way to do things. And so the good way, which is the traditional way, this one just has refried beans. You know, your average ingredients: taco seasoning, sour cream, salsa, shredded lettuce, Fiesta cheese. That's the Mexican blend, or just a mixed cheese, but I like to call it Fiesta because there's a lot going on in there. Green onions, you got black olives, and you have tortilla chips of your choice.
Now, and that's a pretty good lineup, especially when you and I'm imagining these layers of salsa, the layers of cheese, the layers of the black beans. Like it sounds good.
Delicious.
It sounds like really, really good.
Yeah, and I know they probably thinking like, why do we need taco seasoning if we don't have ground beef? And of course, we're gonna show them in the kitchen.
Yep.
That's the secret to this ultimate 7-layer dip, right? Yeah, that's the secret.
You gotta have good seasoning. Now there is a better way that I kind of want to talk about because I'm a little greedy. So the better way, obviously, is by adding bacon to this 7-layer dip. Now you talk about taking it to the ultimate, and of course a little garnish with some cilantro. Why not have that?
Man.
Now when they say more cheese, here's my vision of more cheese. I'm thinking not nacho cheese. I'm thinking Asiago.
Okay.
I'm thinking a shredded Parmesan.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like a smoked Gouda. I'm thinking of cheeses
really
that
good.
give you
some
a different
Chihuahua
taste.
cheese.
Exactly. Talk about it. I'm thinking of cheeses.
That's why I just put more cheese, because cheese is complex.
It's very.
People don't know. If you go to farmers markets and get cheese, they don't know about that.
Exactly. You can sit back, even HEB, right? You've got a whole, you've got 20, 30 different types of Chipotle cheese. You've got all kinds of cheeses.
Some smoked jalapeno, cheddar cheese. Like, come on, y'all.
All these different Havarti. I mean, I am the cheese connoisseur. So when I saw more cheese, I was like, yes, I could name 5, 10 cheeses I would love to throw in here.
You know, it sounds so good. I love cheese, but I'm lactose, man. Not a bad.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss. That's how I feel about this.
I sneak a little cheese in there.
Okay. I see you.
Little cheese won't hurt nobody.
That's right. Now I know that there's the best way, which is the healthy way, Rob.
Yes,
am I right?
And we always excited about the healthy way, because I like to encourage those who want to enjoy, I can't say it's bad, but just really delicious meals in a healthier way. That would be using, instead of refried beans, black beans. Okay. And that's a great source of protein for you. You don't have to worry about all the extra fat with the refried.
Nice.
Low sodium taco seasoning. That way it's not too salty, but you're getting that flavor. You have Greek yogurt. That's another protein pack punch.
Indeed.
And it's really good for you. And also the part skim cheese. So that another thing that cuts off the fat. And this is healthy for you. Now, I couldn't substitute for the chips because they're tortilla, but I'm pretty sure they got whole wheat.
Sure.
Or they even got those the black ones. You know, those
black corn chips and stuff like that. Yep.
Black corn tortillas. Yep. So you can still enjoy.
Plus you're adding a little color like that.
Little
right?
color. So contrast with all the colors, the
A
tomatoes.
little cilantro with the black, like you start to change the dynamic a little bit, and people become a bit more enveloped by good food because the presentation
and they
is
don't
there.
even know that it's healthy. You can do that and they'll think like, oh, this is like a different.
Don't even know they're not eating sour cream with the Greek yogurt and because it has a taste to it.
It has that taste to it, and so some people notice it. I love Greek yogurt.
Me too. I don't even use sour cream at home. I use Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt. That's right. I put it in my tuna salads. Everything.
Zero fat Greek yogurt at that. I prefer the Fayet. Well, you know what? They not advertising, so I ain't even gonna name drop. But I prefer the zero fat Greek yogurt.
Zero fats Greek yogurt.
There it is.
But those are all our good, the better, the best, you know, the traditional way, the healthy way. We give it all to you guys so you'll know if you want to be healthy with it, you can do it. If you want to do the traditional way and hook it up and add them fancy bits in there, because, you know, bacon, I'm down for bacon.
Always. Always and forever.
Okay,
always
bacon
and forever. Bacon. Yes, I love a good bacon. Now, before we hop to this meal, before we show y'all, because we've got the in-kitchen portion of this. So for the audio-only people, get the video podcast. Yes. That way you can actually see us not me, but you see these lovely chefs in kitchen cooking up these meals so you have a firm idea. But before we do that, let's give a shout-out to our last and final sponsor of the day, The Sphere. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of delivery content platforms that includes iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789, or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
Oh, so you don't want to miss that. That is a great opportunity, a great platform just to get you out there. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Get you out there, man. Get you out there. But of course,
I'm ready to eat.
I'm ready to eat.
I told you, I came to this table hungry. Literally, I am hungry. I have not had my vegan protein shake,
man,
but I'm ready for some 7-layer dip.
I prepped myself this morning with my green drink, you know.
I feel some type of way.
Sipping on my green with my bananas, and
I had
me some yogurt this morning too, but try to keep it light.
I feel that. Well, take us into the kitchen, Robin.
Yes.
Let's go into the kitchen. I want to see you do this.
Make sure you guys get your aprons on.
Indeed. And your recipe.
And your recipe.
And your recipes.
So make sure you go on www.thesphere.tv/a la carte.
Yep.
You can also follow us after we do all this magic in the kitchen. Follow us on Instagram at the Sphere TV, hashtag a la carte. We want to see your ultimate 7-layer dip.
We do.
How you get it done, because everybody, of course, we're going to show them in the kitchen how we layer ours. It's a specific way to layer to get the full effect of all those ingredients. But feel free to, like I said, tag us on Instagram so we can see what you guys are doing. So
there it is.
Let's get ready.
Let's go to the kitchen. We'll see y'all.
Welcome back to the kitchen portion of a la carte. I'm your host, Chef Jones, with Good Meal Deals Personal Chef Services.
And I'm your host, Chef Laurinette, with Helping Hands Food Delivery. You can find us on all social media at Helping Hands Food Delivery. There we go.
Yeah, so of course we're back with another meal for you guys. This one is specifically targeted towards the football time, you guys.
Season, tailgating. Out in the stadium, in the parking lots, when you have a lot of friends coming over, you need something good, something quick, filling, simple, easy. This is always a hit.
Always a hit. And you can travel with this too.
Yes.
In a container with a lid, just pop it open, have a bag of chips, you ready to go.
It's not too temperature sensitive, so
no worries.
So as we've been talking throughout the episode, we're making the 7-layer dip today. We have our ingredients laid out for you guys, so we're going to go over those with you real quick. For the actual dip, we have paste picante sauce, my Vanna White on, sour cream, refried beans in the can. We have cheese, 1 pack of taco seasoning. You can choose any brand that you prefer. Black olives, sliced green onions, and lettuce.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, you need the chips because you have to dip.
You need the chips to
Most
dip.
important part. Make sure you get some good chips, solid. They won't break or crack when you dip it in because this is a
Tostitos.
7-layer dip.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty deep. You need a strong chip. Tostitos.
Yes. So those are our 7 items, and we're going to start first by mixing the beans and getting them ready for the dip, and then we'll go ahead and start layering everything else.
Oh, yes. So with your beans, of course, you're going to need a spoon. You can use a wooden spoon. You can use a teaspoon. And you're going to be placing those beans in there. We do have a little bit of water up here as well, because sometimes the beans are a bit difficult to work with. But just in case, if you needed to help to mix in the seasoning and break down the beans, we have water on deck.
So we have our pack of taco seasoning. We're going to put the whole thing in with 1 can of beans, and that is a 16-ounce can. 1
16-ounce can of beans. Feel free to use whatever kind of beans you like.
Black beans are really good.
The bomb.
Refried, I add just a little bit of water. It helps with the seasoning too. And stir, and stir, and stir.
Such a workout. So she's mixing that. Once we get that well mixed, then of course we're going to start this fun process of layering. Be sure you have another spoon for your sour cream. As our sour cream is already open, make sure you guys take that lid off. All right. Looking good. Smells good too.
All right. I think I got it mixed pretty well. Best beans you ever had.
The best beans. Taco seasoning and beans.
So we're going to first put the beans into the bowl. Move the chips over here so you guys can see.
Ooh-wee.
First layer of the 7-layer dip is
the beans.
So we're going to just put that in and spread it around.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I could have just dumped it all in, huh?
Dump it in. That looks delicious.
It actually smells really good.
And this is something that is so simple and easy. Like, you could probably do it with your eyes closed, if you ask me, but we do have instructions for you guys.
All right, so the beans have been layered.
Yes.
All right, so now we're going to start by layering the remaining ingredients onto the 7-layer dip.
Yes, we have.
So first would be lettuce.
Don't be scared. Put them lettuce in there. It's a layer, so you want to make sure the layers are even.
Uh-oh. Don't waste it like I do.
That way, once you dig in, it's something serious.
And there's a reason this keeps everything else from slipping and falling into the beans and then becoming a mush.
Yes.
So you layer it in a particular way for that reason.
So the lettuce are on. You can feel free to buy a whole lettuce, chop it down, or the already prepackaged lettuce that we talk about. Then we have black olives and green onions. We're going to put the black olives just to give it a little contrast. We don't want to do green on green. We want to throw those black olives in there.
And these have a different flavor, too. The other green ones are a little sweeter.
Yes.
So, gives you a little contrast there. Oops. Whoopsie. Okay.
Whoopsie.
Make sure you get an even spread like Chef Robin said.
And then, of course, we
Green
have
onions.
green onions. Onions are always good. They make a lot of meals for me. So,
Big punch.
the big punch.
There we go.
Looks delicious.
Wow, those onions really smell good.
And then we have our salsa and our sour cream left. So we're going to go ahead and place some sour cream on top. It's best that you place these items. Well, personally, when I make it, I like to place these things on top. And then I like to place my cheese on top of it.
Yep.
That's how you do it. Get the full use of your cheese. Put it right on top.
So it doesn't get lost in there. So we just put a couple big dollops on there and then we'll just spread it out.
Like you icing a cake.
Basically.
Don't worry about the little pieces jumping up.
Cake. All right, need a little
Looks
bit.
good.
And don't be afraid.
Let me grab us some bowls for this.
Awesome.
Grab us some small bowls. I don't think we're gonna need big ones today. I think these are a reasonable size.
Don't get too heavy-handed with my dip at my parties now.
I know, just a little bit.
So we've completely covered this layer with the sour cream. Looks good. And now we're going to do salsa. Need another spoon.
Awesome. Salsa, and then the important step, which will be the cheese.
Cheese. Makes every dish better.
Of course. You know what we missing, but that's
What?
if they want to get fancy. That bacon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That bacon, if you want to get fancy.
I thought
with
she was going to say something healthy, y'all. I was really finna give her the business.
The bacon, the bacon, the bacon.
I say, if you don't get out of here with this healthy. Yes,
Now,
bacon
this
would
can be
great.
healthy now. You can go ahead and throw some yogurt in there. A plain Greek
I
yogurt.
shouldn't have said nothing.
You know, I got to sneak that in there with healthiness. Healthiness going on.
All right, so the salsa is pretty much covered
Ooh-wee.
that layer. A little bit more. I don't like to see the
Understood.
white underneath the salsa,
Yeah, completely covered.
personally.
And then the last but final important step is the cheese.
Now, what we did, a lot of people use shredded cheese. That's cool. If you get the little blocks of cheese and then just slice them up, actually gives you a bigger bite, I think.
A bigger bite of cheese.
And you get more chunky cheese.
Yeah. And you can always feel free to put as much cheese as you like on this.
Yes.
Just spread it out, make it look good.
There we go.
And we're good to go. So all of the ingredients in there. So we started with our beans with the taco seasoning. And then from there we added our lettuce, olives,
green
green
onions.
onions, sour cream, the picante sauce, and then of course the cheese on top.
And we have the perfect party dish.
Perfect party dish, perfect for those tailgates, Super Bowls, and all that cool stuff. So
And even football is starting. I know that's what we're focused on, but also back to school.
back
When
to
we
school.
have to do the potlucks.
That's right.
Right. Perfect dish.
Perfect,
So,
and it's easy. You didn't even bust a sweat. I mean, you can get ready, go in the kitchen, make this, and walk out the door.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Easily. So we're going to serve it in our bowls here.
I don't know if you had a preference with spoons.
We're going to try. Isn't there a stainless steel
Let me
spoon?
get you a scoop.
Yeah. There we go.
Stainless steel, you guys, for this reason.
Easy to cut through.
Now with this 7-layer dip, also for it to firm up, as you see, ours is not as firm because we haven't refrigerated it. But that is a very important step to help all of those ingredients stay in place once you refrigerate it. And the refrigeration time usually is 3 hours. 3 hours, yes, I said it. 3 hours. So if you want to rush and get this meal, so we got to correct them. They can't take it
Out the door.
Out the door.
You can,
but that's if you did it the night before.
Yeah, you want to be the good mom.
If you did it the night before, then you can go ahead and do it. But if you're in a rush, it's still going to be just as good whether you refrigerate it or not.
But it gives it a different texture.
It gives it a different texture. Everything is in its place and just solidified.
You won't have this scooping issue I'm having right now. But it's still good.
It's still delicious.
7-layer dip served with corn tortilla chips. Hold on, you ready, Chef Robin?
I am ready.
Here, I got one for you. There you go.
Thanks, Chef. This is...
Sharing is caring.
Smells delicious.
Let's see. That smells good.
I think we can probably even add green onions.
More on top?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a little garnish.
You guys feel free to put green onions on top. A little more cheese on top.
You're right.
If you got that bacon, go ahead and put that bacon on top.
Go ahead and throw some bacon on there.
Go ahead and do it. No worries.
That was really good.
Good. That's delicious. Whew. Okay.
I feel accomplished. That's some good dip.
Some great dip.
So, like Chef Robin said, as always, we gave you our a la carte spin on things. Couple tips, pointers to kind of customize your 7-layer dip. Make sure you can print the recipe off of the website, www.thesphere.tv/a-la-carte. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll have the recipe already. You'll see the full episodes. And you'll get all of our updates and information. So.
Oh, yes. And, of course, we do want to see your 7 layers. You know, everybody makes their ultimate 7-layer different ingredients. Just, it's different. So we do want you guys to tag us on social media at The Sphere TV, hashtag a la carte, so we can see those great pictures of your work and just see you guys enjoying this during that
wonderful time. Go Texans. It's been great cooking with you guys in the kitchen as always. And we look forward to seeing you next week for another great episode.